The same way we use whole numbers to count whole objects around us, we can use fractions to count parts of a whole. The simplest way to visualize fractions is with a perfectly round pie. This circle represents one whole pie. But now we can take this same pie and we can cut it into 4 equal pieces. So let's take our pie and we'll cut it in half and in half again. And we now have 4 equal pieces to make up our whole pie. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can either still see this as one whole pie, or I can look at it as 4 fourths of a pie. Now, if someone takes away one of these pieces, so let's take away this piece right over here. And we take this little number 4 here. I'm going to take it away from my whole pie and I'm going to move it over here by itself. So now we're going to be looking at 3 fourths of the pie, and there's one more little piece left over here that is all by itself, and this is 1 fourth of the pie. So over here, if I were to write this as a fraction, I would write 3 fourths. And this little piece that I just took away and moved over here would be 1 fourth. So it's 1 piece out of the 4 total pieces that has been removed from my pie. So to write these values using fractions as I have here, we have 2 numbers stacked on top of each other, separated by a horizontal line or a horizontal bar called the fraction bar. The number on the bottom is called the denominator, and it represents the total number of pieces that my whole was cut into. The number on the top is the numerator, and it represents the number of pieces that we're counting. So in this case, and I'm looking at how much pie is still left in my pie pan, there are 3 pieces out of the 4 total. So my numerator is 3 and my denominator is 4. Now if we're looking at the 1 piece of pie that got removed, I would write it as 1 over 4 because it's just 1 part that I'm looking at. 1 piece out of the 4 total, and in this case my numerator is 1, and you can see that my denominator stays the same. It's 4 because I took that whole pie and I cut it into 4 equal pieces. Fractions can also be used to divide a group into parts. Here we have a group of 5 stars. Some are shaded and some are not. Our question is asking us what fraction of the stars are shaded. So I know my answer is going to be in a fraction form, so I'm going to write my fraction line. And I know I'm going to have a number on the top, that's my numerator, and a number on the bottom, that's my denominator. So our denominator will show the total number of stars in the whole group. So in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total stars in our whole group, which makes our denominator 5. 5 total stars. Okay, now our numerator, the number that's going to go here, is going to show how many parts of the whole group are shaded. So I can count that I have 2 shaded stars. And so my numerator is going to be 2 because 2 of my stars are shaded. So the fraction of the stars that are shaded is 2 over 5, or 2/5.